the Michael Scott's Dunder Mifflin Scranton Meredith Palmer Memorial Celebrity Rabies Awareness Pro-Am Fun Run Race 400 for the cure. Michael Scott on the pole because he finished 40th at Nazareth on a DNF. We're on the outside of the front row because we had a DNF at Nazareth. Flip the grid every race. All these cars are 100% equal. There's Steve Jobs, Martha Stewart, and Super Dave Osborne getting a run because we just don't have get up and go on starts and restarts. My name's Adam. Thanks for checking out the video. I think we can win this. I mean, we have to take advantage of sitting front row. You may have noticed something different if you've been watching my videos. We are in 1080p now. I had gotten married to 720p because it made all the real world broadcasts I do. It makes them all look good there without stretching them too much and having to make a bunch of changes to them to make them fit 1080p. But we have our lookout Martha Stewart and Steve Jobs. Okay. Yeah. Wow, so Steve, it's struck midnight for Steve Jobs there. Getting ready for the restart. I thought Steve Jobs and Martha Stewart were going to be collected in that, but they had nothing to do with it. Maybe some cars got spooked and started running different lines there at the back, but that was simply Dutch Vanderlyn spinning out Mona Lisa Vito. And Martha Stewart pitted she probably took on some damage with Steve Jobs, so she pitted. She's moved to the back. So here we are behind Michael Scott, who was the pole sitter. And full disclosure, I had to restart this race twice because the AI off the grid was just having trouble. It happens. And I thought that was going to be, I don't know if you heard in my voice, I was kind of bummed out because of that wreck, thinking we were going to have a big pileup that takes out a bunch of cars. And I didn't want that. And then when I looked at the replay, I saw it was just, no offense to Mona Lisa Vito, but one car spinning out is not worth restarting this race. Not a good restart here for us, though. Steve Jobs got moved back to 14th. Probably was just slowed up. Come on, Ray Finkel. What is that dive? But yeah, Steve Jobs got moved back to 14th. This is Michael Bolton in front of us, Guy Fieri, and Michael Scott. Not sure how long I'll keep the Shroot Farms paint scheme on Michael Scott's car. Felt good being in Pennsylvania around Scranton for him to run it. So we'll see. Michael Bolton I remember talking about him in the early going of the season, how he was just having bad luck. Nothing on the level of Mick Dundee. Speaking of which, we haven't even touched upon the points yet. It was kind of action-packed there in the early going. Stay Puft Marshmallow Man now in the points lead. Steve Jobs just couldn't do anything at Nazareth. Couldn't gain any. I mean, he only gained 6 points. So Stay Puft's in the lead. DB Cooper's up there. Steve Jobs back to the middle of the top 10. And Tim Taylor is now our basement driver. Mick Dundee is no longer in the basement. He's been there since, gosh, the second race of the season maybe. And that graphic's probably off the screen by now, but we're 57 points back now. But it can all change. Let's get a good finish here. I just can't break with them in 3. I'm starting to realize that. I usually can, but not with 40 of all these drivers being elite. So we've got to figure out what's going on there. If what results is an ebb and flow where we're faster than them at other points of the track, and then they get us in turn 3, then okay, that's what we'll deal with. Because right now, Randy Marsh, I have to brake. Like, I have to get on the brakes and take this turn, and look at him, just flies in there. Just they're elite when it comes to that stuff. And I'm mediocre. Alright, that's Ray Finkel here in the Isotoner Jerry Nadeau Miami Dolphins colors inspired car from Ace Ventura Pet Detective. Guy Fieri, we talked about him a bunch at Nazareth. Michael Scott still leading this thing. We still have our AI win streak going. 11 different AI winners this season. Homer Simpson. I'm wondering if we pay him back somewhere down the stretch. What he did to us at Nazareth. That was just obviously on purpose. Well, Ray Finkel's doing something here. Slowed up Guy Fieri. Now we're in trouble. Battle of the Michaels up front. Michael Bolton is taking the lead from Michael Scott. We're in trouble here in turn 3, Jack. Buckle up.
Clear inside.
All right, I kind of got the idea of what to do there. Uh-oh. Happy learned how to putt, I think. Speaking of that, Happy Gilmore is in the field somewhere. And I think I mentioned I moved into 1080p videos. I'm pretty sure, again, I restarted this race. I think I actually got 4 laps or 4 laps into one of them was the longest I got into one of the starts, and I just forget what I talked about in this version of it. But yeah. Because I made all these paint schemes, and then I was watching, I pulled up one of the videos, and I was like, man, I don't really get a good look at these schemes that I spent a lot of time on. So it's kind of selfish that I'm doing it, but it's a better viewing experience for sure. Welcome to the 21st century.
Clear. Car outside. Keep low.
It's not take out Ray Finkel, let's just push him a little bit.
Clear. Outside.
Boy, this is just,
Keep low.
this is great.
Still there.
This is great racing here. Frustrating, yeah, but don't let that take away from how fun it is.
Clear outside. Car outside. Clear outside.
Haven't lost anybody yet. Steve Jobs still kind of hanging out in the mid-teens after the early dust-up with Martha Stewart. Right in front of us, too. I was kind of nervous.
Still there. Stay low.
All right, let's cut up in front of Randy Marsh. Really lay on the brakes there. All right, let's test out our turn 3. Brakes off, brakes, gas. All right. I might have to do that every time. I might have to talk myself through every time to get good. Get good turn 3s, and then turn 1 is just I just kind of willy-nilly go into this turn and just feel it. I don't really have any marks I look at. Not smart. Ray Finkel, he's been on that bottom line all race, and he's always been slow coming out of 1. So we finally took advantage of that. Now this will be dangerous. We did this a couple laps ago with Super Dave Osborne, like in our butt. So, and I think I bunch up the pack behind us, but there's nothing I can do. Sorry, fellas and ladies. Remember Simpson snuck up the 3rd. I'll tell you what, and he started. I'd say he started around. I don't know. I think he finished 25th or something. That's ringing a bell. At Nazareth. We're not going to take him out here in front of the field and take out a bunch of cars. We're not doing that. But there will come a time, Homer. That's Homer Simpson in the 15 car. Took us out of the race at Nazareth. Gave us the business on pit road. Pit window here is about in the mid-20s, and we did have some caution laps. So it's probably going to get pushed to the late 20s. Full damage. Yellows are on, no random caution. That just fits this season pretty well. No random cautions. The field doesn't get bunched up. No. It's working well. Brake off, brake. Yes. There we go. Michael Scott's running that line. Ray Finkel was. So we'll take that. And that feels familiar. I remember this Pocono. It's the 2012 version of Pocono, and I remember when we ran this in 2005, and something's telling me that we were taking advantage of that AI line in turn 1 during that race as well. Brake, off, no, brake. Michael Scott scared me.
Inside. Stay high. Clear.
Let's get into his slipstream.
Inside.
I don't think I pinched Guy Fieri there. He was coming hot and then he stopped. But again, I think it's that inside line on turn 1 that they don't know how to deal with. I mentioned the points. Stay Puft Marshmallow Man still back in 40th. DB Cooper back there as well. So
Inside.
after Steve Jobs' early dominance, I think we're going to start seeing
Clear inside.
the points flip a lot, but I don't know. In theory, that should be exactly what happens.
Car inside.
We hadn't been seeing it really.
Keep high.
Homer, what are you doing?
Clear inside.
Battle of the Michaels up front. Still in full swing. I forgot that I was in a rhythm there for about three lap threes, or three turn threes, 3 laps in a row, and now it's gone to crap again. But we are getting to the end of this fuel run. Let's remember. Let's also remember the pit road on this version of Pocono has a little bit of an issue where we kind of have to stop in the stall before us
Clear.
a little bit before we pit. It's just weird. It's either Guy Fieri or Steve Jobs. I'm trying to remember exactly. I think Steve Jobs finished dead last there at Nazareth, so he's going to be.
Still there.
Yeah, he was on the end. Yeah, Steve Jobs. So if Steve Jobs is behind us, we're in good shape all race.
Back in third. Keep up.
If he's behind us, that means we can stop. He won't be in that stall when we get there. Oh, Homer. That was my fault, though. I kind of cut him off.
Car inside.
But yeah, if he's not in that stall, we're in good shape.
Inside.
Yeah, I hope you've been having fun with the season. Thanks for all the views, comments, likes, subscriptions. Not really doing this for the views or the clout, just having fun. And I mentioned somewhere else, maybe Phoenix, I don't know. But maybe like 2 or 3 weeks before the next fictional flip the grid kind of season, silly season, I'll put out a feeler on YouTube, like one of those messages or posts or whatever, and we'll have subscribers pick a driver for the upcoming season, and it's all going to be blind. You'll just pick a number 1 through 40, and then alphabetically you'll have the 5th. If say you pick 5, you're not going to have the number 5 car, you're going to have the 5th driver alphabetically in the list. And my dream, they're pitting. My dream was, should have pitted with them. We're naked and afraid right now and alone.
The leader's pitting now. You're in first.
Wow, pit stops began even last lap. Okay, we need an elite lap here, man. But what I want to do is I wanted 40 people to pick a car, but that's not likely. So however many people pick a car, out of those AI cars that are picked, the top AI finisher out of those cars, like get $50 or a gift card or something, I don't know. Just as a thanks for watching the videos and stuff. I know it's a small, like I've said a few times, a very small niche community here. Let's turn tires on.
Keep it under 55. Keep it under 4,000 in second. Tires all the way around this time, guys. Watch that speed now.
We're
Keep it
obviously
on
at the end of pit
4,000
road.
in second.
No, this is the move you gotta make. You gotta... Oh no, my guys are actually moving. Good. I don't know. There was a quirk. If you watch the 2005 video, Pocono, the one where Dale Earnhardt Jr. is flipping, you'll see what I'm talking about. I don't want to hear engines. I don't want to hear engines yet. I don't hear them yet.
Go, go, go! Limit 55. Keep it under 4,000 in second. Okay, you're clear of pit lane. Okay, merge when you can.
I don't want to hear engines yet. I see somebody coming. Hang on, be careful.
Car outside.
That's Michael Bolton,
Clear.
okay. And it's just me and him.
Yellow flag
Okay.
out. Let's go.
Damn
Let's
it.
back to the line. We got a wreck in turn 1.
I wonder if I caused that. I don't know. I was trying to beat Michael Bolton to the line here. This would have been so nice, just kind of hanging out with him up here.
Okay, we're under caution.
Okay, coming around for the restart. Michael Scott out of the race again. 3 straight DNFs and 3 straight poles. He'll have the pole at Charlotte for the 600. Let's keep an eye on the Spice Girls here. The Spice Girls are a lap down. Last time we came through turn 3, they were on the track. They aren't here now. Okay. They were like stopped on the track. But okay. Here we go. We have
Get ready now. Going green.
32 to go.
8 cars in. Green, green, green. The next car is the leader.
Blocking you, Homer.
Outside. Stay low. The next car is the leader. Keep low.
Hold on to her.
Clear outside.
So let's just hope the AI gets through this restart. Back there with minimal casualties. Tell you what, haven't talked about the Spice Girls much this season. I'm thinking their best finish was at Talladega with the 4 women taking the top 4 spots, but that was it. We saw a bunch of them in the early part of the season, racing with them at the Daytona 500, and then consequently racing with them the next race. But that's been it. Big run here.
Stay low. The next car is the leader. Stay low. The next car is the
I
leader.
think we just hit the halfway point somewhere, Guy Fieri. That was my fault.
Clear.
And I just don't have time to look at those halfway mark, bonus point.
Clear.
Actually, no, we could because the standings are kind of, it's going to be Ray Finkel, Michael Jackson, and Steve Jobs. Damn it. Oh, that was too much of a brake check there, Michael Bolton. But we reacted. We're all right. Tell you what. Michael Bolton's a little bit slow right now, I feel. Not slow, just we're fast. Look at this. Unheard of. Back in the lead. I think this is the first time we've been in the lead this race. Unless he's talking about just the bigger picture. I'm trying to remember the last time we led a lap, man. Wasn't it Talladega? Holy cow, might have been at California. All right, let's not be stupid here. Let's not use up our tires and have them catch up to us. But right now we're sitting pretty. Like, this is just fantastic. And I think they're racing side by side back there. I put in all this work to get these difficulties good and competitive, and then anytime I get out into the lead like this, I kind of like feel bad, like, oh, was it hard enough? But I mean, we're supposed to win. I mean, you can't just like run top 5 all season, you know. You got to win some races. I mean, we were just lucky here. We started near the front, had the started on the outside of the front row, and things are looking good now. Gonna get a commercial, and hopefully I don't smack the wall during the break, and you come back and we're in 40th or something.
So to make sure you've always got plenty of coffee for the man in your house, get the new giant-size Instant Maxwell House. You won't have to run out again.
I almost didn't want to come back from commercial. We got 18 to go, and I'm not sandbagging it. I'm running the car. Being gentle on the tires, though, because the last pit stops, the final pit stops here, are most likely coming by lap 50, and I'm really curious to see what the AI does in terms of tires versus fuel. They may just be putting on fuel. Putting in fuel. But I mean, it's such a shame too, because probably for 5, 6, 7 laps during commercial, it was just like a steady 0.3 deficit or interval to Michael Bolton back there, and then just as I come back from commercial, they start getting weird. But there was ebb and flow before that. Just seems like they're getting racy back there. But the fact we're not running away with this, and it's just a testament to all the work I do with the AI, setting up the tracks and the difficulties and stuff. Like, this is great. We're in the lead, sure, but we can't screw up. We can't, any slip up, they're coming. It seems like they're going single file. They just gained a 10th. My tires have been squealing more and more in the turns. We should be okay on tires. Let's just hope our tires, you know, the AI doesn't have better tire wear on an extended fuel run, because I set the pit stops on the based on fuel, so when there's just splash and goes, there might be an extra 10-12 laps on tires that I didn't calculate the AI speeds, and they might just get faster than us, or we might get faster than them. I don't know. I think that's Prince peeking now. I haven't seen Prince in my rear view all race. Looks like that's him making moves. Yep. Michael Bolton, Prince. I can't look right now. Hang on. I want to see if we somehow can't win this. Seems like there'd be a bunch of first-time winners in the top 10 right now. Guy Fieri, or Ray Finkel and Tobias Funke have won races for us this season, so. But everyone else, Michael Bolton, Prince, Guy Fieri, Homer Simpson, Randy Marsh, Forrest Gump, and Mick Dundee all are winless. All right, we're starting to, I was talking about my tires earlier, and now they're starting to affect my lines now. And turn 3 especially, man. I got kind of into a rhythm on how I wanted to take turn 3. And I'm having to change that up now on the older tires. So a lot of moving parts here down the stretch. I want to see what the AI does pit strategy wise. So we'll be pitting later than them. Oh yeah, this is the closest he's been. This is the closest they've been in a while. Looks like we do have a lapper up here. I just saw a ghost of a car up here. I'm guessing it's the Spice Girls. Something happened to them where they were a lap down. Seems like they'd be the only car off the pace right now. But we'll find out together. I'm not going to look at the standings. Might be a stray pitter. Who's pitted her? Oh, pitting. They're pitting back there. Okay, good. That's exactly what happened. Now, damn it. Because we saw what happened with Michael Scott. That was a pit road AI issue merging. Now, if that happens again, we go from the front of the pack to the back. Like, we're not going to be able to lap the cars here. So we're going to stop and see what they're doing. All right, these are all the leaders. I wonder if this is going to go far enough. No, damn it. All right, hang on. We'll go into the tunnel. The tunnel turn should give us, or the tunnel straight here, or whatever, should give us enough time on the replay to see what they're doing. Right here. Oh, that's dangerous going into turn 3. Stopping it there, but okay. What do we got? Oh, they're... Right sides only. Did you see all this? Okay. Well, shit. I should do this now. Hang on. Now, with 10 laps to go, if we take on all 4, we'll lose 5 seconds on the track. Will we be able to make it up on all fresh tires? I don't think so. I think we got to take on 2 tires and hold them off. And we'll do a splash, trying to simulate what they do with their fuel, because they have smaller fuel tanks, basically. All right, here we go. Prince, let's be careful. Prince is behind us.
Limit 55. Keep it under 4,000 in seconds.
That wasn't an illegal entry, was it? I will blow up the moon. That was an illegal entry. Alright, you guys are out. That's good. Alright, good entry, man. If we don't get dinged for some illegal bullcrap.
Go, go, go. Go, go, go! Keep it under 55. Keep it under 4,000 in seconds. Okay, you're clear of pit lane. Okay, merge when you can.
Where are you guys at? I don't see anybody, man. Or did we screw them on the fuel? Because they probably had to take on... Yeah, 20... I mean, they would have to take on a can of fuel. And we took on a splash. But a can is roughly one side of tires, which is what we did. And we actually stayed there a while after we were dropped. So let's see.
We got just 10 more to go. The next car is the leader.
I mean, we're princes. We'll see. We'll let everything shake out and see what happens. Then again, we also are a lone wolf here, and they're going to be catching us anyway. I don't know. All right, the tires are giving me good grip now. They were right on us before pit stops.
You are on the point.
And they're 3 seconds back now. Now I'm curious, and now we're going to check. We're going to find out together. Let's keep an eye on... Oh, you worm. What are the odds that Tommy Callahan was in the middle there? Okay, so let's see. 50... We'll count it. 52 seconds there at the bottom beside the rate times 1. 52... He started his pit stop at 52. He's really hanging out there. So 9 seconds. I'm telling you what, that was kind of what ours was. 52:10. If we get to 52:19, we're in good shape. Yeah, man. I mean, we had the same pit stop times as them. And I think we just, look how close Prince was there to us, and then we just take off, and I think they're just slower coming out. I don't know. Alright, good. So we didn't screw them over on fuel. We just had the best pit road entry and exit of all time. What more can you want? Alright, now we're going to watch the intervals here. 3.76 back. And we'll be coming up on 8 to go. Oh yeah, the right side tires, they're a beaut. And if they race it all back there, we're just cruising USA home to the win here. Yeah, they just lost a quarter of a second. And it might have to do with also my AI tuning in, not accounting for right sides only down the stretch of a race. There's no real good way to test it. So we may just be cruising away with this. But anything can happen. We can get a caution come out here. Oh no. No cautions, man. No whammies. Who is this? What the Spice Girls? Apparently. And Tommy Callahan's on pit road. Alright, coming up on 2 to go. We're dealing with the Spice Girls.
Just 2 to go.
Spice Girls and Tommy Callahan are on some kind of weird pitting window loop thing. But you can see the interval to those second place cars behind us.
Outside.
It isn't getting out of control,
Keep low.
but we're just faster on 2 tires.
Clear.
It's all of what it's just what it comes down to. That was fine. That was great. I mean, we had to survive that final pit stop. That's 80% of a win for me, is not messing up on pit road. And it's the scales of justice evening after getting screwed on pit road at
Last lap. You the man. Come on. Bring it
Nazareth.
on.
I think I'm just going through the motions here, taking home a win. I'm looking at all this track signage, and we can definitely customize it to our Silly Seasons logo, which might not even be Heinz next Silly Season. I don't know. Anyway, turn 3 for the final time. Won't be seeing turn 3 again until spring 2023, YouTube wise. We're taking home the W. Oh. Michael Bolton,
You won.
Guy Fieri,
Hey, you just won a race. Next thing you know, Boston will win the series.
Nick Dundee, Randy Marsh, Homer Simpson. There's your top 10. And hey, he did the Boston Red Sox 2000, this was 2003, and then they won in 2004. And it's the first time in our YouTube history I've heard him do the Boston win celebration. Mick Dundee, 2 straight good finishes for him. Rosa Parks too. I mentioned Rosa Parks somewhere recently. She's had, I think, 3 straight top 10s or something. We're gonna look for her name in the points at the next race here. Second page of the standings. Nothing sticking out. Michael Jackson, a big jump. Almost 2 straight top 10s for him. And yeah, nothing sticking out. I'll tell you what sticks out on the 3rd page. The Marshmallow Man gaining 15 spots, but you know what I mean, not gaining 15 spots, but Steve Jobs. He and Martha Stewart got into it early, and he just kept falling back, man. So like I said, his reign at the top might be done. And then finally at the back page of the standings, and Michael Scott. There's gonna be 3 straight poles for him. He's gonna have to be at the bottom of the standings now. Just an awful drop, but maybe not. I don't know how the points shake out, but I mean, that's 3 straight 40th place finishes. That's probably something we will never see again. With all these even cars, he's just had bum luck. All right, that'll do it from Pocono. I don't know if I'm forgetting 1 or 2 things to talk about, but if I remember them, I'll talk about them at the beginning of the next race, which is Charlotte the 600. Hope you enjoyed the 1080p experience. We'll be using this going forward. I gotta touch up some of the graphics and whatnot, but things are looking good. All right, thanks for watching.